Goldsmith is an artist, but he's got the brain of a computer whiz. Like many of his generation, he turns to the computer and not the paintbrush to express himself, and he's making waves with his digital artwork. He's only 18 years old. He's already had 2 solo shows in downtown Toronto.
We're at the East Queen Gallery right now. This is Exploded View. It's my second show that I've had here in the past several months. A lot of my work comes from snippets of all the information we find around us in the media, in old books, TV grabs, and I take all those elements and combine those in new kinds of ways. This piece here is called The New Pollution. It was one of the digital pieces that I produced for the outdoor art exhibition last summer. I started with the idea of sort of an abstract landscape here. These elements here are actually brought in from an airplane safety manual, whereas things like the fish here came from about a 150-year-old booklet of various engravings of animals. So I collect all these sources of imagery and turn to them constantly for ideas. I call them paintings. They're, I guess, my mixed media pieces because they combine all sorts of elements: paint, digital imagery, hand-drawn bits and pieces. These are probably bring together more elements than anything else I've done in the past. I started doing desktop publishing way back in grade 5 and grade 6. I published a little video game magazine and started doing cartoons and layout, stuff like that. And then starting in grade 10 and 11, or actually as far grade 9 too, I started doing more the multimedia side of things. I went from publishing to more computer graphics, 3D animation. All that stuff started happening back then.
Even though I'm a proud dad, you know, his talent is quite awesome. He works so hard in his own projects that I think our challenge has been to keep alive an interest in school, which is challenging, given that his own projects are often more interesting and more challenging than what he faces in school.
I'm getting ready to open a new kids store on St. Clair Avenue. Oli is going to do a mural of his graphics all around the store. I've got lots of free space up top, and I'm just going to give him freehand fat markers and let him go to town. I use his computer skills a lot. I'll be needing a flyer to let everybody know we're opening. He'll do that for me. I'm sure I'll have him do a logo. It might be that funny little man on the sign, and
hard to get his attention, though. We're a low man on the totem pole. He's got so many busy. Personal projects.
Book an appointment, Mama.
These animations here are 3D environments that I've created in various programs on the computer. They're going to be used in an upcoming CD-ROM that I'm actually working on right now, and they're going to act as somewhat of a virtual gallery for my fine artwork. So a lot of the physical artworks that I've created are going to be photographed and placed within the context of this environment, so that on a CD-ROM you can actually walk around within this 3D world and look at experimental video work I've done, at mixed media artworks. The same stuff I've had in gallery exhibitions will be viewable on in these 3D worlds as well. The computer, I think, is being used more and more on the creative side of things, and that is really helping to break down that stereotypical image that the technology's had for a long time. I think computers are seen more of as a creative tool to accomplish amazing things now, and somebody who knows how to use that, there's no reason to look at them as a computer geek anymore, more as a creative and talented person.
I don't know where Oli will end up. It's interesting because he's on the cusp of a different era. He's very ambitious. His business sense is again beyond his years.
He has expensive taste.
And he could be the next George Lucas. He could be anything really.
Yeah, sometimes I'm amazed by what I can do with the technology, but at the same time I'm always pushing for the next thing to be a greater accomplishment and to try something new and to push the limits even further.